And at the end of our interviews, we're going to have our one of our researchers talk about something that we brought up last week, the RPA that we've been getting a lot of queries about. So we'll do that at the end of the show. Please stay tuned. This is Tom D'Auria. We're live on IMI's Tech Talk on KFNX AM 1100. It's Sunday, December 2nd, 2012. We'll be right back after these messages. Last week, we mentioned a group that some high school kids had started, the RPA, Republican Party for America. And as I said, we're fair and balanced, so we're not pushing one philosophical view over another, even though we may be leaning in one direction. And they started this in a high school in Westchester County. We had a number of queries about it. And I thought we'd bring Dan, who's our researcher, and one of his co-founders, although I'm sure he's going to correct me and tell me they're not called co-founders, Matt Matarasso, on during the Week in Review, but I got tied up doing too much Week in Review, so we're doing it at the end of Arthur's interview today. Matt and Dan, first off, I want to say hi and thank you for coming here today. My first question is to Dan. Since we are a technology show, why did you decide to create RPA using social media instead of organizing a high school club like we used to do in my day 400 years ago?
Well, I would like to begin by saying thank you, Tom, for letting us speak here. We are a new group on Facebook, and we really think that being on this show will help us get our name out there and expand us to something more. We, in fact, were followed by Arizona Right News on Twitter right after you mentioned us on last Sunday's show. So we thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
To answer your question, Tom,
that's because we pay you a lot of money to be a researcher. We don't pay him anything out there.
Well, we decided to begin RPA using social media because it is a fast process that many are already accustomed to, and we really wanted the group to be made up of more than just members in our high school. As of now, we already have a couple hundred members, and in fact, today marks the third week since we started the group. The total number of members is going up every day, and we are looking forward towards the future. Our members have been great. On the group page, they are constantly having lively discussions by sharing articles they have read or photos they have seen. The RPA gives every member the opportunity to express themselves politically. And in doing this, it is done through fair and balanced opinions, ideas, and values, opposite of how the mainstream media portrays certain topics. Since we are on social media, it gives every member of the group the ability to participate in any discussions at any time and anywhere. We have members from all around the country and have one member from Serbia. It's fascinating to me how much power social media has.
That's terrific. And Matt, I'm just lost for words here about how social media has started so quick here and how these guys have moved from an idea. And how long have you been doing this?
3 weeks.
3 weeks, and how it's taken off?
Yeah. It's remarkable.
So, Matt, how's the reaction been? What do you envision as your next steps?
Well, first off, I want to thank you too, Tom. This is a great opportunity for our group. So far, there has been nothing but positive reaction on our group page. And because of this, we want to thank all of our supporters, including this radio show, Tech Talk, and you, Tom. The RPA has been getting a lot of attention as many new members join every day on Facebook and Twitter. In addition to all the attention we've been getting on those two media sites, our email, the Republican Party for America @gmail.com, has also been quite active. I would like to share a story about an email we received a couple of days ago. A high school student from Illinois sent us an email asking for the RPA's help. He wrote 2 articles in his high school newspaper expressing his viewpoint and received many negative comments from fellow students. He asked us to post his articles on our page and wanted our members to comment on them. The responses we've been getting have been nothing but positive ones. Many people were proud to see that the students of America, including us, are courageous and willing to express their political views. And in terms of the RPA's future, we are looking forward to holding events once the group is fully stabilized. We plan to have speakers come and talk to the group about current political news. I encourage everyone who's out there listening right now to join the RPA on Facebook and Twitter, because it's a group that wants to see America prosper. You can find the RPA on Facebook by typing the Republican Party for America and on Twitter at REPPRTY, the number 4, America.
Thanks a lot, Dan and Matt. And next time we'll get John Renzulli and Tim McDonald, who are also fellow founders. And you didn't tell me the founders is the right word.
No, it's co-founders. Yeah.
Co-founders, thank you. Next week we're going to be live from our New York office with our weekend review, and we're going to be discussing holiday tech gifts, so get your shopping list ready. I want to thank Terry Ruggiero, IMI's president, Dave Brandon, Dan D'Auria, and Jose Batista for the weekend review. Taylor Reddy's our producer. Matt Kempagny is our executive producer, and from the production department, without whom you'd never hear a word we said, Robert Bombach. Thanks again for listening, and please don't forget to tune into Tech Talk next week, 5 p.m. New York on KFNX AM 1100. And remember to send us your suggestions for future shows or ask us questions by sending an email to techtalk@imi-us.com. Have a great week, and thanks again for listening.